Hey guys, so today on your learning path we're going to be talking about patterns within the addition chart. So I want you to go ahead and make that the title on the next blank page in your math notebook. You can pause the video if you need to. Alright, so let's talk about the word patterns. You have dealt with patterns since you were in kindergarten. A pattern is a repeated sequence. Sequence just means like a line. And something that's repeated over and over again. So in kindergarten, you might have done patterns of colors, right? You might have gone red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. When you got to first and second grade, you might have done patterns with numbers. So maybe you said 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That same chunk or group is then repeated over and over and over again. We're going to be looking at patterns, these repeated things, in an addition chart. An addition chart is super cool if you've never seen one before. We're going to be using a multiplication chart later on in third grade, but an addition chart shows the sums or the answer to addition problems. And it does that with I don't know how to describe it, I'll just show you. So here's an addition chart. And the way it works is we see these gray numbers up top and down the side. Those are the parts of our addition equation. So for instance, let's say I want to know what 4 plus 2 is. So here's one part on the 4, here's my other part on the 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my fingers down the 4 column and across the 2 row until they meet. Oops. Which is right here. So I know the sum, or the answer, to 4 plus 2 is 6. Pretty cool. Let's do another one. How about 8 plus 6? Drag our fingers across, drag my fingers down. Where those meet is the sum, so 8 plus 6 is 14. Pretty cool. What I want you to do, what I want you to do is pause this video, and I want you to study the addition chart and see if you see any patterns, anything that's repeating over and over and over again. So one pattern I'm noticing is when I'm going across the addition chart, all of my numbers are increasing by 1. 3, 4, 5, 6. Or come down here, I have 9, 10, 11, 12. So in your notebook, you're going to write across the addition chart, the numbers increase by 1. As I'm going across my addition chart, my numbers are increasing by 1. The same is true if I start looking down my addition chart. 11, 12, 13, 4, 8, 9, 10. As I go down or across the addition chart, the numbers increase by 1. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find any other patterns. So you might have noticed that if we start going diagonal through the addition chart, my numbers are then skip counting or going up by 2s. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8. Or if I start here, 5, 7, 9, 11. The difference between those two numbers as I'm going across increases by 2. So going diagonal in the addition chart, the numbers increase by 2. Pretty neat. Numbers don't just go in sequential order, that means in regular counting order going forwards. Numbers can also go backwards. right? That can start at 10 and count backwards to 9, 8, 7. So what I want you to do in your notebook is you're going to add 2 more observations. You're going to tell me what happens when you go across backwards, what's happening to those numbers, and then if you go diagonal backwards, what happens to those numbers. If you have any other observations that you notice, go ahead and write them down, but you need at least 2 more in your notebook. Once you've done that, you may continue on your learning path.